Okay, so it would appear I've learned how to share my screen, so yay for me. Um, so before I start this, I want to put it out there that I'm not one to belittle others. I'm not one to belittle others and their beliefs. But if you come on to my channel, or if I make a comment somewhere and you choose to come on there and refute my view, or you come on to belittle me, it's game on, and I will retaliate if I choose. I will never ever instigate conflict, but if you want to instigate conflict, I'm down with it. So what I want to do in this video, I want to go through, I did that video the other day where I was talking about the reaction to this video here, where I was saying that flat earth things are as they seem, not as you're told, because that is true. I want to go through some of the comments that I received on that video, and I have to let you know that I am going to have some fun here. I'm going to enjoy myself because you people just contradict yourself. You screech evidence all the time, and there is just evidence, massive evidence all over your pages as to what's going on. And I want to show a few examples of why it's just ludicrous that the Earth is a globe. And this is, I'm not doing it after this. I'm not going to respond to comments about it because, as I say before, I'm not debating anyone, but I just want to, in this video, I'm going to put it out there and just show you how ridiculous you all are, and just show you up for what you are. And that's just, you come here to be cantankerous, you come here to be argumentative. People who come on and defend the globe, I've got them in three camps. Obviously, either you're being paid to push the lie, you're willfully ignorant, and for some reason you feel you have to come on and defend something that apparently has been settled for 400 years, something that's 50 million a day in funding, and that's just America alone, something that 99% of the population believe to be true. So why you feel you need to come onto a channel with 2 subscribers with about 300 views to defend that lie? I don't know. I think you probably are a little bit misguided. And then there's the ones who deep down, they know that I'm right, but they just can't accept it within themselves, so they have to attack the messenger. Okay, so there's a concept here, guys, where it's called being completely underwhelmed. Now, apparently we went to the moon 50 years ago. 50 years ago. It's getting on July next year. It'll be 50 years. So let's just work on 50 years. In 50 years' time, it's going to be 2068. Now, if we were to land man on the moon right at this moment, in 50 years' time, what do you think the technology would look like in 2068 if we landed on the moon today? Now, I would think that we probably would have at least had some sort of permanent fixture presence on the moon by now. We would have a live 24/7 view of the Earth. So today I want to go out and do something, so I should be able to just hop on the net, just tap into my local satellite that's flying over here just north of Sydney, and I should be able to see what the weather's doing, but I can't. When you go on to these places, this is what you get. This is what you get. You just get complete and utter fakery, and you just get underwhelmed. So let's have a look at this satellite, and let's have a look at the magic that it gives off. This one's in Iceland. That's if it works. Half the time they don't even bloody work. And there you go. There's your satellite image. Now, you lot are calling me a moron because I think that's fake. It is fake. That is not real. Look at it. It's just fake. And if you think it's real, it's not me. It's the moron. I ask you to question. I ask you to question your own beliefs. Completely underwhelmed, guys. That should be absolutely by now. That should be just set in stone. We should be able to just veer in. I should be able to veer into my my house. But no, you can't, because the image is completely fake. So underwhelmed, and 50 years time, I would have thought probably, yeah, we go to Mars. We would have been to Mars in those 50 years, but no. Of course we haven't. Mars is interesting. You have a look at every president. I think it's every president since, which one was the actor, the horrible guy, the Reagan guy. Ever since him, Mars is going to be 20 years away. 20 years time, we're going to go to Mars. 20 years, 20 years. And they've all said it. Every single president has said it. I think Trump said it. I think now they're talking about breaking the 20-year barrier. And that's how stupid it is. It's like, okay, now we can tell a different lie. We can tell people we're right in that position now where we can tell a different lie. We can start telling people we're going to go to Mars in less than 20 years. We can't go because Mars doesn't exist. It's just a light in the sky. I only call it Mars because that's what it's just the taken view that that's what the thing's called. But to me, it's just a red light in the sky. Okay, so let's go and have a look at these comments. So. Now, there's some absolute gold here, guys. So there's a channel I follow called UAP. He's just classic. I was watching him this morning, and his mode of delivery is just deadpan, and it's just hilarious at times. And I would love to get him to do this, but I don't know. I'm going to have a lot of fun myself doing this. Okay, let's kick off. All right, so Chris Creek, accurate and to the point. The Earth is flat, sheeple. Research for life. It's on point. He's right. It is. It's not difficult. I think we should replace the word sheeple with goats because the sheep are Jesus' followers. Those of us in the body of Christ are Jesus' sheep, and he's our shepherd. And Satan's flock are the goats. So I'll probably replace that with goats. And I think that's another psyop where people call us that are awake sheeple because we are in fact Jesus' sheep, and it's probably just another term of belittling, and it's another psyop, yet another one. Dan, mate, I really don't know what you're trying to say. Great idea, but I see you haven't turned your back on all the scientific advancement of the last. I don't know if that's friendly fire. I don't know if you have it a shot. If you want a response, you probably need to be a little bit clearer than that. So I'm not going to really address it. Oz FPV Flyer. I'm going to save you, mate. I'm going to save you. You're just gold. And then we've got Jigsaw. Okay, so we'll start up here with Steve. Why can no flat earther answer this simple question? Now, straight away, I'll read it out first. Why can no flat earther answer this simple question? There are thousands of flights and sailings every day that safely and accurately navigate the world. How could this be possible on a flat earth with no working map model suitable for navigation? So what you're doing is you're making the assumption and you're telling me to answer a question based on the premise that the earth isn't flat. And what I'm saying is that I believe it is flat. So your whole question, it's misleading to start with. But what's happening, Steve, is there is a system that is in place at the moment for all these flights to safely navigate the world on the flat earth. That's why it's happening. And I invite you to have a look at this. Now, every time I look at this thing, it's exactly the same. All these planes fly over all these oceans in the north, but here there's never any planes over the South Atlantic, the Indian, the South Pacific. You get the occasional one, but there's no real traffic there. Why? It's because they're adapting a flat Earth model for air navigation to fit the globe, and that's why the globe doesn't work, and that's why nothing works on the globe, is because it's fake. And they're adapting real into fake, and that's why it looks like that. That's why there's no planes there. Why are there no planes there? Like, I would have thought if I'm going to South Africa, I'd like to go from Sydney straight over to South Africa, but no, you've got to go to Dubai and then go back down. The whole thing is stupid. The other thing is, just because I don't know the answer to questions, it doesn't mean the Earth's a globe. This is why I'm on here. This is why I am a truther, because I want to understand. I want to understand what the truth is, because they're in the way and they're lying to us. I would love to know. I would love to know the air navigation system. I would love to know, but I don't know, because they're in the way and they're ramming this globe down our throat, and you're doing the work for them. But first of all, so I've answered your question, Steve, but you're going to now claim that I haven't answered your question, because the answer I gave you, you don't get to drool over. So because you don't get to drool over, off you'll go now to your next adventure, and you'll just ask the same question over and over again, claiming that nobody answers the question. Again, I'm not a flat earther, but I've answered your question for you. So you can go away and drool, and you can comment on this video all you like, mate, but I've answered your question. Like it, don't like it, I don't care. Now, I want to go and have a look at your profile as well, mate. There's no credibility here. Like, look at your icon, your channel icon for your picture. You can't even put a picture of yourself up. You've got some sort of occultic demonic beast there. One subscriber. I can't talk there. I've only got two, but mate, you've got no content. You don't put your views up. All you're doing is coming onto other channels and spewing your shit, and belittling other people's views, and you haven't got enough balls to put up your own thoughts. So, mate, I've just got no time for you. Um, Jigsaw, yeah, the boy. Here we go. So what kind of the light does the moon give off, and why? Y'all don't do real science. Is that how you're talking to me, right? Y'all don't do real science. You just toss one layer of bullshit and call it a day. Real science investigates, gets answers, and investigates those answers, etc. Okay. First of all, let's have a look at the profile of Jigsaw. He's a child. So he obviously knows also he's fresh out of school, fresh out of the indoctrination. He's freshly learnt at the Ursa Globe. He's freshly learned that evolution's a thing. He probably, I've just learned recently that we've got a subject here in Australia called gender studies, so he's probably down with the whole gender thing. I just looking at his pictures, are you gender neutral, mate? Who knows? But look at your channel. First of all, look at your profile pic. It's fake. Your pic of the earth is fake. I know you're screeching now, it's real, and I'm a moron for saying it's fake, but mate, you're the moron for thinking it's real, because it is not real. It is completely and utterly fake, that photo you've got there. Also, you've got 4 videos here. 3 of them, I don't know how life's going. It's only 7 seconds. It looks like it could be some sort of evil video game thing where you shoot other people in the head. Good on you, mate. But the other 3, all they are is to repel. Oh, there's some more here. All they are is to repel. Here we go. They're all just flat Earth. They're all just to repel flat Earth thoughts. Nothing about yourself, nothing about your own thoughts. All you're doing is trying to repel and belittle and debunk other people's thoughts. Again, you've got no credibility because of those things, and plus you're a child, mate. You may look back in years to come at this and go, oh my God, I was so stupid, because now I know that the Earth's not a globe and I was pushing it. But I doubt it, because I think you come into that category of perhaps being paid to do your thing. But anyway, I could be wrong. It's just, who knows. Now, I don't do real science, no, because real science is based on a Freemason in the 1600s having an apple land on his head, and that's why it's gravity. It's also some other fella in the Middle East in the 1500s or whatever putting 2 sticks in the ground, and that means the Earth's a globe. Again, I prefer back to being completely underwhelmed. There should be live 24/7 feed of the Earth. These days in 2018, get that Hubble, turn it around, click. That's all you got to do, shut us all up. But no, you can't. And this debate rages, and every day it rages. We become more and more right, because time is it's should be for you if you've got the truth. But mate, it's against you, because it's crap. The globe is crap, and it's I think deep down you might know it. But anyway, what type of light does the moon give off? I think it's some sort of petrified, sort of putrefied type of light. It's definitely colder. It's definitely colder light than the sun. Why? I've got no idea. And again, because I've got no idea, it doesn't mean the Earth's a globe. I'm just a guy from the Central Coast with 2 subscribers and 300 views. I would love to know. I believe that it could have something to do. I think the sun and moon do have some sort of relationship, an electrical type relationship, and they feed each other and they charge each other. And I think that's where we get the phases of the moon. I think it's all tied into that. But again, you're just going to roll around the floor laughing at my explanations. You don't want me to answer your questions. You just want to belittle me so you can ask more questions and belittle me more. And that's why I want nothing to do with you. Real science investigates, gets answers, and investigates those answers. Okay, so far we've got you with your profile with a fake globe for your science, and we've got 2 sticks in the ground. And we've got apples falling on Freemason's head. If you can supply any evidence of any substance, anything at all, that proves the Earth moves at all. I'd be eternally grateful, but you can't because there isn't, and you won't because there isn't. Um, Real science, science to do with biology, the human body, medical breakthroughs. There's some science that's real, but physics, you can jam your physics up your ass. Now, so thank you, Jigsaw, for your contribution, but no credibility again. Next comment. Okay, now this is going to be a bit of fun for me. Isn't it a shame there is so much evidence for globe Earth and everything that flat earthers comes up with gets debunked? Okay, the implications are high for flat earthers. If they agree on the globe Earth, it destroys their religion, and they won't have that, will they? Okay, all right. So isn't it a shame there's so much evidence for globe Earth and everything flat Earth comes up gets debunked? Okay, so what have you debunked about my video, my minute-long video to say the Earth and the Moon are the same size, because they are the same size? What have you debunked? All you've done is come up here and you've just said that I'm wrong, and everything gets debunked, but you've done nothing. You've done nothing. You can't answer any of those things that I said, because what I'm saying is fact, and you're pushing a lie. Now, let's keep going. The implications are high for flat earthers because they agree on the globe. It destroys their religion, and they won't have that. You're absolutely right. If the globe is true, the Bible does lose credibility, but it's around the other way, mate. The Bible is truth, and the globe is a lie, and that's never going to change. So you can talk about our religion and our beliefs till the cows come home, but it's not going to change. It's the Word of God and the Holy Book is truth, and it doesn't change, and it won't change. So there's that. Now, I want to divert here just for a minute. So that's all the comments on that video. Oh, there was one more. There was one more. Oz FPV Flyer has a bit of a sook here. They never answer. They hide behind the Bible and stick their fingers in the ear and hope it will go away. Is that right? So because we don't answer, that doesn't mean that we don't know the answer. Sometimes we don't, and quite often it means it's because you're an irritant. We're sick of it, and we don't want to have to deal with you. I'm only doing this video because I want to have a bit of fun and I want to put a couple of extra things out there. But because we don't answer, it doesn't mean that we don't know. And it doesn't make the Earth a globe. So I have answered, but Steve's now going to go away and claim I haven't answered, and he will continue to copy paste this comment till the cows come home, even though I have answered him, but he doesn't like the answer. He doesn't get to drool over the answer, so I haven't answered it according to him. Now, we hide behind the Bible, do we? No, we don't hide behind the Bible. We believe the Bible. We believe the Bible, and we know the Bible to be true. So if I'm hiding behind the Bible, are you not hiding behind the globe? Or not? Or is it different to you? The Bible's true. The Bible is full of passages that say the Earth is not a ball. It clearly states it's round. It's a round disc. It clearly states that there's a firmament. It clearly states there's waters above. I could go on and on and on. I don't hide behind the Bible. The Bible is the proof that you lot just screech for constantly, but you reject it because it doesn't fit into your own agenda and you don't get to drool over it. So, Oz FPV Flyer, this is just, you're pretty. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a look at this video, this one here. So this is his latest video, and this is the guy who claims the globe's truth. And truth doesn't need doctoring, it doesn't need altering, it doesn't need defending, because it's the truth. So if it's the truth, let's have a look at this. Why is the Earth a globe 2 meters above the Earth there, mate? Why do you, looking at that globe there, you are making it into a globe. Did you see that? I'm going to get back to that in a minute. You're pretending, you're doctoring, you're manipulating footage to fit into your agenda, and looking at that fisheye lens thing you got going on there, that the size of the Earth you got there is, let's have a look at this. Let's go and have a look at this. It's about that, isn't it? The globe, yeah, it's about that. So something doesn't add up there, does it? FPV flyer, something doesn't add up. But let's go and have a look here. It's about 1:15. Um, about 1:15. Something serious happens here. Um, let's have a look. Slow him down. There it is. I'll see if I can pause it. Okay, here we go. And there, look, what's the horizon doing there, mate? Look, oh, look at that. It went backwards. It's like convex now, is it? It's funny what happens when you do fisheye lenses, isn't it? So the Earth, there it is. It's a globe there, and here we go. And look, it's convex now, that horizon. Unbelievable. Yeah. So is that real science? Is that real science? Is Jigsaw's fake picture of the globe? Is that science? Is this the science that I'm missing out on, guys? I mean, seriously, you contradict yourselves, and you I mean, yes, you are the moron. I'm sorry, you are the moron. Now have a look at this. Is this real? This isn't real. Try and beer in on Australia here. I'd love to see the buildings sideways, but you don't. You never do. At some point, it goes from pretend to real. Yeah, that water's not real. That land's not real. So it's still not real. So when it becomes real is when they get their footage from the Google planes and the NASA planes that you see all over the internet that take the photos of these things. It's not from satellites, it's from aircraft. And that's where it stops being fake and starts being real. And it's around about here. It's probably a little bit further in than here. It's probably around about aircraft height. It starts to become real. It looks like it's probably hitting real now. Those trees look real. The water doesn't look real. But it's starting to merge from fake to real there, I reckon. Now, let's have a look at the second video I did. I did another video. So thanks, guys. Thanks for your contribution. Thanks for pointing out that you're lying and giving me evidence that you're lying. And as I say in my last video, if you're lying, I don't trust you. I don't trust any of you, and all you've done here is to further entrench that the Earth is flat and not a globe. It is not a globe. You are all lying about it, as the Freemasons do. And what category are you in? You're all in one of those three categories. FPV flyer, definitely, mate. You're in the category of either being paid, and that's why you're doing the fisheye lens, or you're just so ingrained internally that the Earth is a globe, you just refuse to listen to other viewpoints because it's just going to shatter your reality. And it does shatter your reality. I've had a big 2 years, and it's hard. It's been really hard to learn all this, but truth is the truth, and you come out the other side a far better person, and I'm glad I've been on this journey now. Okay, so we'll go and have a look at this other video. And just again, so I'm going to my channel here. Again, I'm just a guy from the Central Coast. I've got 2 subscribers. If you go here, I think I'm getting close to 400 views now. I've got about 400 views. So why the interest? I don't know. If you have a look at my videos and you have a look at the views on the videos, this flat earth thing just seems to absolutely incense people. You have a look at the views. I've got 35 for that one. I've got 41 for that one, and then all the rest of them, they're all single figures. Just get the occasional view. And remember, it's day one. That was pretty. That's up there as well. But I've got a chemtrails one here down the bottom. That was a bit high. But there was a flat earth, the Angus water one. You know, that was always my highest one until I started doing these recent ones. The flat earth, it just seems to incense people and just bring out people, and it's because of the agenda. It's because of the lie, and you all come with agenda, and you all come with motives that aren't honourable. So this one here, this video I did the other day, we'll go down and have a look at the comments. I noticed a few comments come through last night, so let's have a look at them. The Moon and Sun, Andrew Woodhead, I think your surname there, mate, is fairly apt. The Moon and Sun are not the same size. The Sun is larger, but he's not far away, and it appears smaller. You are completely wrong. Cheers, mate. Thanks for your contribution. The Earth must be a globe then. Well done. You are indeed a very special part of the NASA family. TJ Jones, so you're saying it's not flat and it's not a globe. Crikey, mate. What's the point of a video that basically says I don't know? Putting out my views, mate. So if you want to, nice attempt at belittling of the Australian accent, and just for the record, mate, Australians are the only people on the earth that don't speak with the accent. The rest of you do. So nice try at belittling. I'm saying it's not a globe. I'm saying I think it's flat. Again, you're a driller. You are an absolute driller because you just take bits and pieces. You don't watch the whole video. You just take bits and pieces that fit your own agenda that gets to drill. So you come on here and you get to make ridiculous comments like that. Clearly, I said that I think it's flat and I don't know that it's flat. Do you want me to lie? No, I'll leave lies for you globe people, for the Freemasons, for the people running the world. I'll leave the lies. I try not to lie. I consider myself not a liar. I walk with Christ. And I try to, and as a result of that, I lead a good life. So it's pretty simple, mate. So, and I talk about the point of the video, but you don't care. You don't care about me and my views. You just want to come up here and give and repel my views and try to debunk my views and try to belittle me, and you're not actually saying anything. I'm not even going to click on your channel because I can't be bothered. Gods, goddesses, God and religion have nothing to do with the shape of the earth. So the fact that you mention multiple gods means that you've got no credibility because you've got no idea what it's like to walk with Christ, which means your comment to me is just completely irrelevant. You're entitled to your view. I will agree on one thing. Absolutely, the shape of the earth's got nothing to do with religion, but the deception being pushed makes it important. And the reason why the deceptions are in place, that makes the shape of the earth of utmost importance. West London W12. Some people can't handle the truth. Well said. Thank you. Thanks very much. It's true. It's absolutely true. But I think these people, I don't know whether they just care or not. I'm not sure. They all come with their own agenda. Raiden Digital, he's a new subscriber of mine, I think. So welcome aboard, mate. If you are, we had some nice conversation there last night about all this. But then, good old Andrew, the Woodhead, he comes on again. How do you know that Christ is doing the cleaning? What evidence do you have? How do you know it isn't Allah, Pan, Zeus, or Pan? What repeatable and testable evidence do you have to support your claim? Again, I'm not interested in you. You are indeed a Woodhead. For the fact that you are asking me to compare between Christ and Zeus means that you have absolutely no idea, and it means that you haven't found Christ. And all I can say to you is that you are missing out. And I hope for your sake, I don't care whether you do or not, but I hope for your sake that you do one day find him, because it is a wonderful journey. Dirk Diggler, interesting name. That was from that movie, wasn't it? That porno movie. So straight away, there's no credibility there. I find it hard to believe that anything more pathetic is than flat Earth. So I guess you and the Woodhead can go and compare notes, because just cutting edge comment there, mate. So that's it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'll continue to put videos up about flat Earth if I want. I'll continue to put videos up about whatever the hell I want. And if people don't like it, feel free. You can leave a comment if you like. It's up to you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to debate with you. But as you can see here with Raiden Digital, he engaged in conversation. I had some conversation back. It was a nice conversation. We exchanged views. We did it in a nice way. We did it in a rational way, in a respectful way, and perhaps we may have even learned a couple of things from each other. And that's what I'm about. So you keep typing, you keep thumping that keyboard, you keep coming on here and making me out to be some sort of moron. I don't care. Truth's on my side. All the evidence is on my side. You've got the things on your side. You've got 400 years of of it being settled. You've got all the funding. You've got all the public on your side, but yet